We are about to enter the outer limits of the Taidan Empire. As we approach the galactic core, resistance is expected to increase. We have identified a weak point in the enemy defenses. There is a remote research station located near an active supernova. It should only have a minor garrison protecting it. It is time to hunt the enemy as they have hunted us.
Hyperspace jump successful. We have cleared the outer rim dust bank.
The research station is located here. Assemble a heavy strike force and destroy it.
The supernova is 215 light-years away. It is emitting intense radiation.
Strike craft are especially vulnerable to this radiation. Capital ships will be the most effective due to their heavy armor. Research Division reports it is now equipped for proximity sensor technology. We advise commencing research immediately.
Hey everyone, it's Max, and welcome to episode 10 of Homeworld. That's right, and we have moved on from getting ourselves a nice fleet together to now actually going after the enemy on their, well, on their territory, but really appears to be, it used to be our territory. So we're taking it back. Of course, proximity sensors technology I will take. I don't use many proximity sensors. They come in handy on the odd occasion, though. I'll throw a few out there, maybe in the later versions of the missions. It's most times, though, I'm usually dominating the map, so I don't got time for proximity technology. But we'll do the research on it. Now, alright, so we got a few problems here. So we're going to zoom out here to the sensors manager. We have actually gotten very lucky about where we've come in at. And that's because we're kind of sitting in this band of asteroid field. Now, this asteroid field band that we're sitting in...
The enemy is using mines. Research Division reports it can produce a Corvette-class mine-laying ship. We advise commencing research immediately.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so back out here. So basically, the ships are okay where they are. But unless you stay within these asteroid bands of dust, anything outside of that, you're going to take damage. So see this big old pocket of resources here, and that looks so tempting to go get, doesn't it? Problem is that big old pocket of resources is just full of deadliness just getting it to it. Now this one up here isn't so bad because it actually has a band of asteroids that you can fly through to get to it. Trick is, you got to keep an eye on your ships.
Proximity sensor available for construction.
All right. Well, now let's we'll actually do that other research. I never use mine layers. I just don't. So I'll do the research, but once again, it's a pass. Now we're gonna actually group 8 here for a second. We're actually gonna launch a few things. No sense launching any of the fighters here. It's a total waste of time. We'll launch the 20 salvage corvettes
Launching.
and the 12 repair corvettes.
Launch.
Everything else after that, though, it's not really worth doing. We will launch, though, the 6 defenders.
Launching.
Now, the problem with the defenders is that anything outside of the zone, they're just gonna fry. Okay, so these 6 defenders just could be a write-off, but I'm going to use them as a decoy tactic here soon enough. Now we're gonna get these ships launched out, and we're going to take number 9 away and give it to the mine layer for now. So I'm going to take group 8 and group 9, which is right beside it. We're going to take group 8. We're going to give group 8 2 extra ships for now.
Reassigned.
And now we're going to take our mine layer, or not our mine layer, gee, my missile destroyer. Gee, having a bad day today. We're going to give our missile destroyer number 9. He's going to get a special. Now, we're going to take, now, one thing about this game you got to watch out for. Notice I've gone to group 3, and group 3 still has the missile destroyer in it. And I go to group 9 and it's by itself. One thing about this game is that you could give actually a single unit multiple numbers, which can really mess up your attack. If like if say you tell 1 to go to the left and you tell 2 to go to the right, and you've got this ship as 1 and 2, well, just wait to see what decision it tries to make. We have to go to group 3 and unselect the ship and then select group 3 again.
Designated.
Right, so we've now taken this missile destroyer out of group 3. It is only by itself at group 9. Now, we've got everything ready to go. I think 1, 2, 3. So we haven't got that. All right, here's our 6 defenders. Now, I'm not going to show it to you right away, but I will show you how to actually get the asteroids down here and up there. You may need the cash right now, and if you do, you have plenty of time to go get it. Though he is building, don't think that he isn't. It's always better to go now than to go later. So what we want to do is we are going to get 9, and you really got to watch out how you're flying here. So we're going to get 9 to fly up just a little bit in front of himself here. And we're trying to stay within the dust cloud, right? So we're just going to fly right up to here. Now we're going to get group 3 to do the same thing, kind of behind him. Then we're going to take group 6 here, and they are going to guard Mr. 9, okay, once he gets in the position. And we're actually got a little bit of work to do here with our salvage corvette team here. So, of course, group 4, we're going to move them up a bit. We're actually going to take group 8. And we're going to take 5 and 6. But before we actually move 5 and 6 out, I'm going to actually start to pair up some of these numbers. So, where's 4 at? What's 4 doing? Okay, so 4 is all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we have to be a little sparing here. So this group of 10 will do that.
Reporting for duty. Ready for orders.
They're going to take care of that. 5 is going to move up. 6 is going to move up. And unfortunately, we're running out of ships here to protect these guys.
Mine lane tech research. Mine layer corvette available for construction.
These last 3 repair corvettes are going to take care of 5 and 6. Now, actually, what I'll do is probably tell them to take care of 5, and 6 will be the backup here. let's go check out. Let's get these defenders and Group 9. Where is 9 sitting at? 9 should be sitting out here somewhere. Where is 9 at? I don't see him. Let's zoom back out. Where? Oh, there he is. He's way up there. And that's good. That's exactly where we want him. We want him to be in the lead a little bit. Now, our 6 defenders have no number, so I can't number back and forth between them. So I'm going to hold the G key and just tell them to guard the missile destroyer. And we will also set them on evasive mode using F2, and that should be it. Now, Group 3, we will also tell it to guard the missile destroyer. Now, moving over to Group 3, we're now going to tell Group 4. Actually, we'll tell Group 4 to guard the missile destroyer, and Group 5 to guard the missile destroyer. Group 6 will guard the missile destroyer, and Group 8 will guard the missile destroyer. Holy smokes, this missile destroyer's got doing a lot of work. Okay, so we're going to back up here, and our first target is this dot. So we've moved the ships out a little bit. We should be good to go. The missile destroyer will stay ahead of the crowd, as it were. That's what we're trying to do here. So everybody's kind of following everybody here as they slowly make their way through. Now, this is actually a pretty good shot of all the ships. So if we center in this guy, like, I mean, this is pretty cool, right? I mean, you know, you're actually watching the fleet in motion here. It's pretty nifty. You know, you can actually scroll through the whole set. Okay, so now I got to go back to 9. Now, the biggest trick here is that we try to keep moving forward. We're trying to keep moving forward here. Kind of on a bit of an angle here, coming up. Now, we got to keep a focus on Group 9 once he starts getting up in here, because what we're looking for is mines. So, of course, that mine layer is going crazy, and we are looking for mines. As much as it was fun to look at the ships there for a second. Oh, okay. So here comes our first problem of the day, and this is going to be a bloodbath here. Group 3, of course, will take care of this. So we want to keep moving Group 9 forward. He's getting all excited and starting to turn around here, and I don't want him to do that.
Target destroyed. Entering holding pattern.
And I'm going to focus back here for a second here. I better take these 3 here and give them to Group 9, just in case, because it looks like Group 3 could use a little bit of help. Now look at that multi-beams, multi-beam frigates. Gotta love them, man. They're just crazy. They just shoot everywhere. Hope to hit something. They're nuts. Alright, so hopefully that Group 10's coming up there to fix him, because we gotta have him in good health. We can't be having him all busted up like this. Alright, there we go. We get some health coming up here. He's actually going to take a little damage. I should have actually taken them last 3 repair corvettes and given them the Group 9 at the start. That was a little faux pas on me. But luckily we haven't gotten to the mines yet, so we're okay. We're all right. All right, now that we've gotten them little fighters out of the way, we can move on. Now, using a missile destroyer to destroy mines, you have to do what is called the control shift lock. So holding your control key down is your standard attack key. I better tell them to stick with Group 9. So when you hold your control key down, that's your standard attack key, force attack. But in this case, we actually want to attack the mines themselves. So you actually have to hold control shift, and you now see I'm now attacking the mines, right? So the mines are now moving towards my ship, and I am now attacking the mines. Got lots of focus on the mines. We're good to go here. He will keep moving forward. We're looking for the bad guy ship. Notice the missile destroyer is still moving forward. I keep sweeping, holding control shift and sweeping in front of him, because we got to find this mine layer out here. Oh, we're getting closer to him. We're getting closer to him. So we're control shifting. Look, he's laid more mines in front of us. You can't see the mines, but when you do control shift and you swipe the front of the of him, it will select them, and he is destroying them. So he is doing a good job there. There's the mine layer, of course. Very busy laying mines. This is where our group 6.
Standing by.
Unfortunately, it looks like we lost 3 defenders. Yeah, we did. We lost 3 defenders already, and that's, once again, this is one of the unfortunities of this whole scenario here.
Group 9.
Little ships just don't do very good.
Intercept course punched in.
Alright, so we'll get Group 3 to destroy this mine layer instead, because I'd like Group 9 to keep the focus on destroying these mines.
Engaging. Hit by mines.
So we got a few ships being hit by mines. That's not a big deal, though.
Hit by mines.
Few ships being hit by mines is not going to be the end of it.
Group 9 responding.
So, of course, we're still force focusing on mines. So notice now, he's now pulling back out into the front. I'm going to let him go just a little bit before I get Group 3 to guard him again using the G key.
Reporting for escort. Group 9 copies.
We keep forcibly moving forward, right? We're attacking the mines. And sooner or later, we're going to come up against our second mine layer. Now, the nice part about forcibly getting Group 9 to deal with the mines is that... Holy smokes, there's a whole lot of mines up here. By getting Group 9 to focus on the mines, it keeps them in the asteroid belt that you want them to stay in so they don't take damage. So in this case, it's kind of a win-win. Now, we're going to tell Group 3 to destroy the mine layer, of course, because that's just a pain.
Group 9 receiving.
And holy smokes, this guy's had a long time to lay mines, right? So we got a lot of problems here.
Target acquired.
So we're actually going to tell Group 9 now to kind of force focus on... okay.
Group 3 responding to combat stations.
So now we're telling Group 3 to even focus on the mines. Alright, so it sounds like we just lost a ship.
Taking damage, fleet.
And that's possible. Wasn't always going to be a... wasn't going to be a perfect scenario all the time. We'll go to 3 here for a second. Well, I didn't lose any multi-beam frigates. 6 ion frigates still. 4 assault frigates.
Group 3 copies. Group 3 receiving.
6 destroyers. So we still have all the destroyers. So it must have been possibly an assault frigate? Hard to say. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Now, this actually coming up here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll cancel his orders for a second. We're actually going to just have everybody stop here. Are any of them defenders still alive? Doesn't look like it. They didn't actually make the trip. I was kind of hoping they would, but that's okay. What I'm going to do here is... Oh, they did make it. They are still alive. Now, that's because we are getting up here.
Underway.
Now, all I would have done in this case, if they had not survived, all I would have done is I would have launched a couple of fighters and send them up through the dust cloud to the fleet here. So I've gotten rid of 2 of the mine layers so far, and we are now looking at what's coming next. What's next is 2 destroyers and a heavy cruiser. Now, heavy cruisers are awesome. Now, I mean, these things are built to I mean, they're heavy gunned, multi-turret, big ships. They're the biggest ships you can build in the game, and of course we want them. So it takes 5 salvage corvettes just to capture them. Now, this is where we're going to get 9 to move up just a little bit. Okay, so there's no mines in front of us. So we're going to get these guys to move up just a little more. And I just want to move them up just enough to see if the heavy cruiser and the 2 destroyers are sitting up here looking good. Because one of 2 dots is this. It's either that dot or that dot. And I'm pretty sure it's this dot, but we want to confirm that.
Receiving.
Moving on up here. Alright, Group 9. Still no mines out here.
Responding.
But we're getting pretty close to these dots, and I'm really got to be careful because I do not want the ship to. So it is another mine layer. We're gonna stop here. All right, Group 9 is gonna come up here, start taking care of stuff.
Target confirmed. Group 3 reporting. Intercept course punched in.
Slightly confused on this, I will admit. Strange that he has not laid out any mines yet. Ah, there's some mines. I was gonna say. It's very strange that he has not laid out any mines, but I was not holding my control and shift key. That's the thing. The control key here will not pick up the mines. You have to use the control and the shift key together to get this thing. And of course, we're going to use Group 3 here to get the mine layer. I do not want him laying any additional mines. Group 3 is hopefully going to come in here fast enough. Now he's going to start laying mines like crazy because he always does. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping Group 3 can get him fast enough.
Locked on target. Engaging. It's your call.
No. And that's the other thing. Control Shift allows you to attack your own people. So that's not good.
Target confirmed. Under attack.
Alright, so we're going to take a few hits by mines here. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay, we're just going to make sure that there's no more. Now, with that 3rd mine layer out of the way, this next red dot should be the heavy cruiser and his 2 destroyer friends. We want to sneak up on him. And we're going to have... Now, that is actually it for the missile destroyer. The missile destroyer has done his job, and I keep calling him a mine layer, and I don't know why. I'm stuck on mine layer today. But, yes, the missile destroyer has done his job. In fact, it's probably better to leave him right where he is. He will do no more. He can do no more, really. So what we're going to do now is, with the 3 mine layers out of the way, we are now looking for the really big bad guys as we fly to the sun. The supernova. Okay, so come on. We've got to be able to get close enough to these guys to see them. Because we're trying so careful. And everything's here a little bit, everything's about delicacy here, right? We want to get close enough to see them, but not close enough to aggravate them. Oh! I did not expect more mines. Ah. Well, that's actually a surprise. There's only supposed to be 3 mine layers out here. Well, Group 9's going to have to do the job. Looks like we get to do 1 more. That's unfortunate. Again, we will send Group 9 out ahead just a bit. Once he gets out there a little bit ahead, then we'll send Group 3 to protect him. So there are only 3 mine laying corvettes out here. So that those mines, Well, it's been a while since I've played the mission. He must have laid a few extra mines on me. That's okay, but after these mines are cleared out, Group 9 still is done his job. Group 9 is definitely not used for the final fight. Missile destroyers are really bad in big groups. You know, I mean, really, his whole job, and this is why I will only ever build or only ever have this one missile destroyer, is basically his whole job is now done. And oh yeah, there's all kinds of mines out here. This is not good. Okay, Group 3 can start to guard him. 9 is going to continue sweeping mines. I'm actually quite surprised by how many mines there are out here. Okay, better keep going. So this is why we have a few Corvettes protecting Group 9. Unlike the defenders, there's nothing I can do about them, of course. But so that should take care of them mines now. Of course, what we don't have is a scout ship. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to the mothership. I'll tell Group 3 to cancel orders here just for a second. Stop. Everybody stop. I'm going to tell everybody here, I'm going to go back to the mothership, get me a fighter up here. I just need a couple of fighters to do scouting for me. And then this way you don't have to waste, the 10 minutes for me to go back to the mothership and launch a fighter and then work him way through the dust cloud. In this particular case, really? You know what? Not even going to do that. I'm just going to build some new fighters. I will build 3 scouts. $105. There you go. You see me spend some money. So I'm going to build these 3 scouts, and then we will be back. Okay, we're back, and you're not going to believe this. So I built my 3 scouts. It was all good. I was pretty happy about it. And I started sending them up here. And I thought I had them inside the vein of asteroids. So, of course, radiation is bad, right? And so they started flying up here. And then they just come right outside the lower edge here and get fried. Totally lost them. So I have decided instead not to build any more little scouts. I'm just going to use one of my assault frigates to become a scout. And we're going to move up here and see if we can't actually find this heavy cruiser and his 2 destroyer friends. Now I know that is who this guy is. I can feel it. So we are actually going to. And it's really hard to get a good view on this. So we're going to tell Group 4 to guard him, and Group 5 to guard him. Group 6 to guard him, and then Group 8 to guard him. Alright, now our little assault frigate, who I have disconnected from Group 3. Oh, someone's seen somebody. Oh, never mind, they've seen me already. So 5 is coming, 6 is coming, and notice they see the assault frigate. I am going to tell him to take off. We'll even try to save him. Let's see if we can't save him by putting all the ships on him. Go, go, go. Oh, darn. He blew up. Oh, well, 1 assault frigate for 2 free destroyers. I'll take that for $1. Oh. Except that we got a really bunch of bad company coming in here. Here comes the heavy cruiser. He totally is not happy about what happened there. The cruiser is coming in here really fast, and because of my frigate is now destroyed. Now that is weird. Okay, that's just weird. This is the first time I have ever seen a heavy cruiser not fight back. That is just weird. So, okay, in this particular case, I lost the assault frigate, but the heavy cruiser didn't even fight back. I'll take that for $1. Let me tell you, that's a good deal. Where is 5? 5 is going back. 6 is going back. Group 8 can now just guard this guy. He can... I don't know. He's got a couple of ships up here that I might want. Anyway, I'll tell this guy to go back with his friends. I will take Group 8 with me.
Group 8 receiving.
So Group 8 can kind of hang out here. Guard here.
Handshake confirmed.
Now, Group 10. Group 10 is done their job for the day with the salvage corvettes. We're now going to tell Group 10's new mission. Notice my old junky ion array frigates are trying to catch up here. Group 10's new mission is to actually guard the fleet. All right. So Group 10's probably going to take some loss here. That's not going to be a surprise.
Group 10.
And in fact, I'm actually going to tell Group 10 just to move up on top of these guys for a second. Not too high because we don't want to go up in the armbands. And I'm actually going to tell these ion array frigates to just kind of play catch up here because they're lagging so far behind. So this was good. The 2 destroyers, they did exactly what I expected them to do. Now I was surprised that the 2 destroyers attacked that frigate so fast. Had we used the scout ships, the same thing would have happened. The 2 destroyers always come first. They start their attack run. The nice part about using the assault frigate as the bait, though, is that it definitely lasted longer than the scouts would. And Group 10 would have had to start healing these guys because they would start to get attacked. Now, as for the heavy cruiser, I'd love to tell you what happened there, but I have no idea. So the heavy cruiser, this thing is built gun-ho. It's just awesome. Turrets all over the place. It's just ion cannons. It's just bad. It's bad to the bone. We got it. Of course, what we want to be able to do is that what would have happened is the 2 destroyers would have gotten captured. The heavy cruiser would have started to come over without a target to shoot at. He would have targeted the salvage corvettes on the destroyers most likely. He would always go for the next target. In this particular case, he didn't even do that. The assault frigate worked really well. Now, this leaves us only 1 target left to go, and that is the research station itself. This red dot down here is 5 assault frigates. So I lost 1, but there's 5 down there that I might want to go get later. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. The only problem is, of course, is capturing these 5 assault frigates. It really is kind of tricky because they may actually not fly through the gas and all that stuff. You take a lot of big risk here. So now Group 9. Mr. 9 is done his job. He is done. We want to actually move him up and out of the way. Just enough. We don't want him to move up too high. We got to keep him in the band here. But Group 9, and that's probably high enough right about there. So we'll cancel his orders there. We don't want him to get suckered out. Alright, Group 3 is going to now move up the band. And we are now running pretty much parallel to the asteroid belt band. So we're good there. And then once Group 3 moves ahead a little bit here, we're going to tell Group 10 to safeguard all of this. Right? Except not our missile destroyer. There we go. Alright, so Group 10's job is to try and protect all of this mess. Now, we have Group 8 here. Now, I don't usually bother with this, but I'm gonna play along a little bit because, hey, why not? It's part of the fun. I'm bringing Group 8 along to see if we can capture anything else. Now, really, there isn't a lot more to capture here. All that's really left here is, like I said, a few assault frigates and a bunch of fighters. So Group 8 I might not even bother taking in. And it's probably better that I don't. Okay, so Group 3, are they running a little high? Is that what's going on? Notice Group 10 is doing little heals on everybody. Now that may be just general heals from mines earlier. I'm just making sure there's no damage being taken. Now, you would know there was damage because you would see little sparks flying off the ships if they are taking radiation damage. But in this case, we're doing just fine. There is the research station. We are now coming into focus of it just barely. Looking good, looking good. All right. Now, really what they want you to do here is, believe it or not, you cannot just cut straight down. There is there's actually just enough of a gap here where you will take radiation damage, and really what they want you to do is come down here a little bit more and then come around the back. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We will come around the back a little bit, but not by much. Like, I'm not coming all the way back here and then all the way down. That's just silly talk. But of course, I'm still trying to stay within the asteroid band. So we're just coming, the band will start to come down here a little bit. Okay, we're zooming in. Alright, now we're going to get ready to come down the backside. You'll notice I told Group 3 no formation, so I did not use my tab key to give these guys any kind of formation. When your ships do not have a formation, they will just clump. And that's what this mission's all about. It's about clumping. It's a clumped mission. You kind of clump together and do the mission. And that's it. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to stop here. I'm actually going to stop them here. Now, I'll tell you why. There is the only other big ship that's down here, besides a bunch of fighters and a couple of assault corvettes, is there is an enemy carrier here. He is going to try and fly right behind us. So we do not... This is why flying all the way to the back and then coming in is it's a trap. Admiral Akbar here. It's a trap. Because then you got to chase the carrier. Well, I'm not chasing him nowhere. All right, he's going to fly right into me if I stay here. So from here, I will now actually go, and we're actually going to blow up these guys. Now I'm actually going to tell Group 8 to hold off. I'm not thinking Group 8 should hang out here. I think Group 8 is just going to hang out here for a bit. I don't think they're going to do anything. All right, Group 3, go hurt somebody. That's right, target is confirmed. And yeah, he's got a few ion frigates here. We could try to capture these. And there's the assault frigates down there. All right, Group 3. There's the carrier. We're actually going to attack that first. Now he has 50 fighters here, and here comes the cutscene.
We are picking up a quantum wave effect. A Tidan carrier is loading ships and powering up. It must be destroyed before it can hyperspace. We must destroy
it's
the
not going to
garrison
survive.
protecting the station. Enemy units cannot be allowed to escape, or they may alert the Empire to our presence.
Enemy destroyer captured.
Alright, so this carrier's going to go pretty fast. I'm not worried about him. He's got 40 corvettes here. We're going to take them out really fast. You watch. There goes the carrier. I mean, really, I have the firepower here of some real heavy-duty stuff here, right? So I am not concerned about this at all. Okay, I don't know where Group 10's going. But I know one thing. Group 10 can come back down there and protect my ships.
Group 3 under attack.
So notice all the fighters are going for Group 10, and you're like, What? And I don't care if they go for Group 10. It's like, whatever. I do want them to save that, though. Alright, Group 3, attack anything you see moving. We want everything dead. Yeah! Nothing like a bunch of chaos! Oh yeah, here come the orders. I'll give you some orders. Group 3. Alright, how's Group 10 actually doing? So actually, we're going to tell Group 10 to heal itself. I don't know if I'll be able to in time, but... no, Group 10 is gone. That's okay. Like I said, I'm not worried about losing them any. Yeah, it's $2,000, and I could get all upset, but...
Enemy heavy cruiser captured.
Okay, them are bad guys. Call that. Oh no, kill these bad guys first. I don't know where they're going. They think they're going somewhere. Oh, really? You're gonna come up here and attack this one Corvette?
Combat stations.
Oh well, whatever. If you want to be that silly.
Group 8 has been defeated.
Okay, so that takes care of all that. So they've obviously killed everything except these ships here, and we'll just tell them to attack them now. Okay. So obviously we've killed everything here. We did lose Group 10. I'm gonna, you know, it's a bit of a loss. You know, we did lose 12 ships. They're worth $200 a piece, so you know you're looking at a couple grand. Now, let's kill the research station. It's the only thing left. Yeah, look at that firepower, baby. Yeah, boom! Just like that.
Enemy
Dead.
base and fleet destroyed. Hyperspace drives online.
Oh yeah. Now, we're actually not going anywhere. Wow. Looks like one of my destroyers took a little bit of damage. Good thing we didn't lose it, though. As long as he's okay. Now, they should be just fine where they are. Okay, now we do have a red dot coming in here really fast. I am a little concerned about the red dot. There shouldn't be any red dots. Now, usually I would just hyperspace out of this, but I do want to show you guys how to mine those gas pockets, or them mineral pockets. Oh, look at that! Here comes his. You know what? Look at this. He's got a whole fleet of ships coming here. What a silly guy! And notice they flew through the. They flew right through everything. Man, they should have just stayed home. They should have tried to make an escape, but they didn't. That was stupid on their part. I do got to be careful here, though, because I don't need them to get inside and actually destroy me out in the gas. Oh, gone. Okay. Now, I actually want to back these guys up just a wee bit.
Coordinates confirmed.
I want to keep them inside the asteroid belt protection. Now, with that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build. Now I'm actually going to build a few repair corvettes. I'll actually build 10 at 150 a pop. So that's only $1,500.
Production underway.
We did lose a few. Well, I know we lost one salvage corvette. What's going on up here? Because that's Group 9. I don't think Group 8 actually ever did capture any of them. Never actually did capture them 2 ion frigates. Well, that's unfortunate. And that is one thing I said that was an experiment. Group 8 was an experiment. I don't usually try to capture anything after I get the heavy cruiser and the 2 destroyers. I usually send all of my units back home. So that was an experiment. I have the cash to experiment. I'm going to get even more cash here shortly. It's going to be a madhouse. So let's see. I have 15 salvage corvettes. I will now build 5 more of those. Actually, since I'm only building 10 repair corvettes, I can probably build 7 more of those. Correct?
Maximum number of salvage corvettes.
That is
reached.
correct. So with that, we will come back,
commencing.
and then I'm going to show you how to take your resource collector, your resource controller, and a few ships, a few other ships here, and we're going to go down here, and I'm going to show you how to sneak across this opening and keep everybody well repaired. Hey everyone, welcome back, and as you can see here, we are actually collecting resources down here in the pocket. Now, you would like to know how I got down there, of course, and that's what we're going to show you right now as the mission unfolds. Now, here is our second collector, and we are going to take 2 repair corvettes and tell them to repair him. And when they get over there, we're going to tell the collector to head on down to the pocket. Now, these pockets are about 50, 60 kilometers. So this one's 63. You could probably get lucky with 58 or whatever. But in this particular case, we'll say 60. Now, this means you're going to have to probably stop 2 times. About every 20 kilometers, everybody's going to need a little bit of healing up. So here's how this works.
Ready for orders.
Our 2 repair corvettes that we have following the ship that you're taking down, okay, once they get outside the protection of the asteroid field here, he's going to start taking damage, and we're going to see that here momentarily. Now, in this particular case, he will start to take damage. The repair corvettes are also going to start taking damage. Now that's okay. We will let the 3 of them go along, and when the repair corvettes get down to about 2/3 health, we will stop the collector, let these 2 repair each other, and then proceed to carry on. Now, as you can see, the damage is starting, so you can see the sparks that fly off of this. So the sparks are flying off of the collector, and they are slowly doing the repairs. Now, sparks are also flying off of these guys, and their health is slowly working its way down. So far, so good here. They are keeping the collector fully healed while they are taking damage. Of course, they are now down about halfway. As soon as they hit the 2/3 mark, we will stop the collector. Now, the collector has enough health here. He can take some punishment while these guys fix each other up. So now we're going to stop the collector. And this guy is going to heal this one, and this guy is going to heal this one. So they're going to look at each other and heal each other until they're fully healed again. Now, as you can see, the collector is taking damage. But as a capital type ship, it can take a lot of damage. It would not make the entire trip, though. If you sent this thing across the 60 kilometers, it would blow up at about 48. So don't think just because it's got more health than your standard Corvette fighter types that it can just do whatever it wants, because it just doesn't work that way. So now these guys are fully healed. 2 things are going to happen here. Now I'm going to tell the 2 of them to quickly heal this guy again, and I'm going to send him on his way again, right? So we want to keep him moving now. So here we go. Now, they have a little healing to do because, of course, he did sit out here for about a minute while taking damage while the 2 of them healed each other. And so, of course, we are now making our journey across. They will heal him up. They'll get him fully healed long before we have to stop again. And as you can see now, we're almost 2/3 of the way there. So far, so good. In fact, I even expect that we could come into view here really soon. Now, he has enough health that I probably don't have to stop him. I do have to stop these guys, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell this guy to heal this one. This guy will heal this one. The collector's going to keep going now. So he is here. He's made it. So while them 2 are repairing each other the second time, the collector's got enough Gump and Gizmo to get in here, and actually we'll tell him to start collecting, and he'll actually come in and he'll be safe. Now these two, of course, are healing each other up. And sure enough, life is good. He's fully healed. And, well, every time he takes a ping hit from the radiation, he unheals. Now, once the two of them are fully healed, I will do the same thing. I'm just going to quickly rush them in here and park them. And that is about it. I will make sure everybody is healed, and then I will take one ship at a time, just like before, and now we can actually tell this controller to actually watch the two collectors, and he'll watch them both at once. We'll actually now take one ship back at a time. Now, feeling brave, you can try to do two at a time. Would I try three at a time? No. Just not me. I have done two at a time, which of course makes it faster, right? Because that's you just looked at a 4-minute trip there, right? So bringing these three ships across takes 12 minutes. And you got to keep a close eye on these guys, because let me tell you, resource collectors, as soon as these rocks are gone, they'll go find the next set of rocks, and they're not waiting for any healing. So what you got to do is you got to kind of watch these guys, and when there's like one rock left, you got to basically you got to cancel their orders to stop collecting, and then actually take them back. Don't worry about the resources that are here. Now what you would do is then, of course, you would take them back to the mothership, which is a good deal. Woo, look at that. There's our captured ships. We'll talk about those in a minute. We take them back to the mothership, and then we actually fly the collectors and the controller up the same path that the ships took earlier. We would actually go, you'd think you'd go straight across to this thing, but save yourself a little headache. Come up this asteroid path until you're about parallel off with it, and then do your crossover. Now this crossover is only about 48 kilometers. You usually only have to make one repair stop right in the middle, almost to the 2/3 mark on this thing if you play it right. Once again, you would watch them ships carefully over in this asteroid belt, because if you don't, they will go off again. And sure enough, the enemy has a third pocket of asteroids back here. Now I am not going to go collect these asteroids back here. I will get this pocket here. I will get this pocket here. I will not get the third pocket back here. It's just not worth the time to take ships all the way down here, because this pocket down here, can I zoom? Do I have enough zoom to see that pocket? That third pocket? Probably not. It's going to be really close. Yeah, so as you can see, there's only like 5 big boulders down here, unlike the multiple groups of big boulders that you have in here. It's just not worth, probably, I'll say there's probably between $1,500 and $2,000 that's there. If you do need it though, then take the time to get it, because after this mission, mission 12 will be the next mission where you might be able to get minerals, and then after that, there's very little opportunity, if none. You're basically done. You've got this mission to get minerals, and mission 12, if you play mission 12 right. That's the thing. Mission 12, you still don't get minerals if you're not playing that one right. So this is really the last kind of easy mission for minerals. And so if you do need that third small pocket, go for it. Now there's a hunkering of change here, and we're going to come back here in a second with the whole wrap-up thing, and you're actually going to see how much there is. So with that, I'll let these guys finish up, then we'll come back. Okay, we're back for the final time, and in this particular case here we have our collectors, our controller, our 6 repair corvettes, which of course cleaned up all the secondary rocks up here in this patch. As I said, I'm not going for the third patch. I built a proximity sensor and sent it down to the first patch just to kind of, so as you could, because you need something in the area to zoom in on. So I actually did build one proximity sensor, and he's sitting down here. I notice I left one rock behind. It was sort of half mined. I left it behind. Then I took my units back to the mothership, then up this vein, and then across to the second pocket. Now, of course, here at the second pocket, there's like 5 bits. Like there's a small one, there's a small one, but I'm not going to worry about them 5 little bits of space dust and the $50 or $100 that it's going to give me, and risk actually these guys trying to run off on their own and then blow up. So that's fine there. Now let's actually talk about some of this here, because we actually want to go through some of the numbers here. Unit 3, of course. Woohoo! Gotta like it. We got ourselves 2 more destroyers. That's a win-win. That's pretty cool. And of course, the big prize, our very first heavy cruiser. And of course, this thing's got guns built for death. This ship was built to kill. That's what its job is. It's mean. It's ugly. It's got a lot of hit point potential. It's built to kill. That's what it does. So of course we are ready to go with that. The rest of Group 3, of course, is still sitting over here in the over where the research station was. They're all happy. See the smiles on them? They're pretty happy. We, of course, we had to do some replacements on our lost. So of course I lost Unit 8 because I did not send them home. Now I don't feel bad about losing Unit 8, only because they were a good distraction. Once again, I've got cash, and we'll talk about all the cash I have now. I have cash, so losing 5 salvage corvettes during that attack over there at the research station, that actually wasn't a bad deal, because while them fighters were all off killing my 5 corvettes, I, of course, was killing all his capital ships, his carrier, and the research station. So by the time his corvettes figured it out, well, there was nothing left. They were just sitting ducks. So I don't feel bad about losing Group 8 at all. I have since replaced all the salvage corvettes. We're now up to 22. And, of course, this now leaves us with 9 or 10, I think, repair corvettes. Now, this of course, is where we're going to get ready to take off here shortly. And you notice I've already fixed the numbering on my salvage corvettes. So we have 6 salvage corvettes on Group 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll have 3. 9 just happens to have 4 because it's got the 1 extra. That's fine. Now let's talk about the next mission. The next mission is basically over in 2.5 minutes. You're going to arrive. There's going to be an attack. Unit 3, as soon as you arrive, Unit 3 wants to be on the move. Okay? In fact, as I'm getting ready to leave here, of course, this is one of them neat little tricks you got to do really, really fast. I'm going to remove the X. The fighters are going to start to launch, but as soon as I remove this X and then close, I'm going to hyperspace jump. So everybody's going to go back inside anyway. We would be off to the next mission. We arrive at the next mission. Everybody's going to start launching by themselves. I'm going to take Unit 3 and immediately start moving them up. Then you're going to see the attack. It takes place really fast. The action is furious. But the prize is great. It all depends. We are going to take losses. We will definitely take losses on the next attack. Chances are we may lose even up to 10 of these salvage corvettes, but that's because of the next mission. So we are now ready to go. We got our 6. The only thing I have left to do, actually, and I'm going to do it right now, is I am going to number my repair corvettes as number 10.
Unit 10, designated.
There we go. So we are ready to rock and roll. There we are. So we want to make sure that we have all our repair corvettes numbered as number 10, only because they too, as soon as they are launching on the next mission, we'll get them into the fight, try and protect ships. Their main job, of course, will try to be healing these guys as we're trying to capture as much stuff as we can get our hands on, which will not be an easy job. So that's going to be intense. All right, so here we go. I guess we need the final montage monologue for the end. And so with that, we have now taken out the research center. They will begin to suffer as we make our way towards Homeworld. Stay tuned for episode 11. And with that, I am now going to remove the X, hit the hyperspace jump, hit the quick dock all at once, and we're out of here. And I will see you guys on the next one.
All ships auto-launching. Auto-dock commencing. Hyperspace initiated.
See you soon.